Hey guys, I'm Ava, and let's talk about math. Today, we're going to be talking about Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike, and why I think that right now Evolving Skies is not nearly as good of an investment as Fusion Strike. There is much more risk with it, and I think that I can show you that the ROI on Fusion Strike will actually be better. I know I'm probably going to get hate for this because everyone loves Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike isn't nearly as popular, but we are not sheeple. Take off your wool sweaters. Joseph, I see you in the corner. Your shearling coat counts. Take it off. I'm going to put on my glasses because we're being smart today. So today, I'm going to show you why Fusion Strike is a better investment with some basic math. First of all, these are assuming that Evolving Skies does not get a reprint. However, I think in reality, the most likely scenario is that Evolving Skies will get a reprint because the Pokemon Company does not like for new products to be very expensive. This makes sense because they want people to be able to purchase them. Think about the recent Darkness Ablaze reprint. It was reprinted because it was insanely expensive, and now it's going for $35 a box. I'm not saying Evolving Skies will ever go below, $100 again, but I don't think that it is going to maintain this. So right now, you can get a box of Fusion Strike for $85, whereas the market price for Evolving Skies is $170. That means that Fusion Strike is literally half of the price of Evolving Skies. So this is very important. The ratio between these two prices is why Fusion Strike is a better investment. So let's illustrate this. Let's say that this is today, and we're going to talk about what might be the case, 2 years from now. They'll both be recently out of print. So we're going to go over here, which will be at 2 years from now. My handwriting is disgusting, and I apologize for that. So let's say that Fusion Strike, it doesn't appreciate as much, but let's say Evolving Skies makes it all the way up to $300. Yes, that is a very, very high price to pay for a set that has literally just gone out of print. So we're just going to give ourselves a nice kind of straight line to get there. In reality, this would be much more bumpy, most likely, and we'd probably see some sharp jumps rather than a smooth line like this, but it doesn't really matter for the purposes of this illustration. Now, Fusion Strike, as I said, it's not as good a set. So let's say it appreciates to $170, which is a very reasonable price for a box that has just gone out of print. This is much more in line with what we'd expect in normal behavior. And it's only gone up to the current price of an Evolving Skies box. So you'd think, 2 years from now, you could have a box that's worth $300, but you could also only have one that's worth $170. And in fact, the difference between these two prices has increased. It's $130 2 years from now, and now it's only $85. However, that's not the whole picture here. Fusion Strike has doubled in price, right? It's gone from $85 to $170. That is a 100% return on investment. Whereas Evolving Skies has gone from $170 to $300. A very impressive number, but it's only an 80% return on investment. Feel free to check my math, but I'm wearing my glasses, so I don't think you need to. As you can see, in this time, you are better off buying 2 Fusion Strike booster boxes than 1 Evolving Skies. You could buy 2 Fusion Strike booster boxes for $170, the same as 1 Evolving Skies box, and you would have $340 2 years from now, whereas the person who bought an Evolving Skies box would only have $300. Now, I'm specifically talking about someone who is considering buying these 2 things now. I'm not saying that if you already have an Evolving Skies booster box that you should sell it, because I don't think that's worth the hassle. I think you can just hold on to it, especially if you paid a lower price. But if you are considering buying these, I would buy Fusion Strike, and that is what I'm doing. You can see in my last video about what I bought in March, I did not buy a single Evolving Skies booster box. However, I did buy Fusion Strike. I'm going to give you another example to show why I think that this will hold true. Just, we're going to use precedent in this case. So up here, you'll see that I have written some numbers. We have, this is Cosmic Eclipse's current price on TCG Player with shipping, and this is Unified Minds. It might change by the time this is uploaded, but currently, Cosmic Eclipse is going for $528, and Unified Minds is going for $338. The reason we're using these 2 is because I think they're probably a fairly good precedent. We're using Cosmic Eclipse because it is one of the best sets in the Sun and Moon era. I would use Team Up, however, Team Up was never reprinted, so for the purposes of this comparison, it's not really going to be a good, similar application when we're looking at Evolving Skies. Unified Minds is very similar to Fusion Strike in that it's a good set, but it's not as good as Cosmic Eclipse. It's a little overshadowed, but also they both focus on Mew, so I feel like it's particularly relevant. So here, we can see that the ratio between these 2 prices is such that you take the price of Unified Minds and multiply it times 1.56. and that is going to give you $528. My handwriting is very bad, I'm sorry. So this 1.56 is the ratio we're looking for. So it is 1.56 times. However, what we're currently seeing with Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike is 2 times. So for them to achieve this similar ratio, because in the long run, you know, products are all gonna grow. And also, as time goes on, it doesn't even really matter what is in a set so much. Think about those XY sets. There are sets where the most expensive card is like $20 and the box is still going for several hundred. It doesn't matter what is in the box. As time goes on, it will get more expensive. Think about vintage sets. You know, the stuff inside is not nearly worth as much as what you're paying. The expected value is nowhere near the price of the box. So in the long run, it doesn't even matter. This would work as well for Battle Styles or Chilling Reign. They are also sets that are going to appreciate over time. The reason we're using Fusion Strike is because I do think it's the best out of those 3, but you could apply this similar logic to those as well. So 2 times versus 1.56 times. By the time they achieve this same ratio, you can just take 2 divided by 1.56, by the way, and you will get 1.28. You subtract 1 from that equals 28%. So this is how much more Fusion Strike's growth would outpace Evolving Skies by the time they achieve this ratio right here. So this is another illustration of why I think that at $85 a box, Fusion Strike is clearly a better purchase. If it were $130, I would not be saying that same thing. I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth it over Evolving Skies, but because it is only $85, it's also so much lower risk. You know, a box is not going to drop below $80 except in very exceptional circumstances. And this demand right now is so high that it will not drop below $80. If it does, it'll be for a very short period of time. And Fusion Strike is, again, a good set. Whereas Evolving Skies, it could get reprinted tomorrow. A reprint could be announced tomorrow. So it could drop to $130. And, you know, I'm not telling you you should sell it because in the long run, it'll, of course, gain value. But if we're trying to be the best with our money that we have, if we've got $170 to spend, Fusion Strike is going to be the way to go. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this. Comment down below how wrong I am and why Evolving Skies is the best set ever. And also, if you want to support my channel, feel free to click the link that is in my pinned comment down below and join my Patreon. I have reinvested all approximately $60 of my Patreon into this whiteboard and these markers, and I even got the fancy cleaning solution for it. So don't tell me I don't reinvest into my channel. If you want to support me, you can join me there. I actually made a post about this a week ago, so you would have been able to see that ahead of time. And also, if you want to support my channel in a way that is free to you because you don't have that much money to spend on idiots like me, you can also click one of my affiliate links in the pinned comment as well. I have an eBay and Amazon one. It doesn't cost you anything, but I do get a small percent when you do that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and a special thank you to my patrons, especially the School in My Life, which is what we are doing here today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.